Hello again, everybody. Red with you, back on Resonant Rise. Want to show you a few things before we get to the meat and potatoes of this episode. Potatoes. French fried potatoes. You see here, we got our stuff working, right? Everything's cranking. We got good things going. Hot damn. Oh, yeah, I forgot I put a whole bunch of advanced processor assemblies in here. It doesn't matter. Gold dust is rolling now. Everything's rocking and rolling. All the factories are moving. What's it doing to our power supply? Yeah, it's dropping like a rock. You can see it there. Now, don't get me wrong. That resonant energy cell is pretty beefy, and it's got a lot of giddy up behind it. But you can tell we are hemorrhaging energy. It is disappearing fast. So, long and short of it is, we need to come up with an alternate power source. Right now, we've gone ahead and we've put together some good stuff down below. Don't get me wrong, I love my hydrogen generators. I've built a truckload of them, electrolytic separators, all underneath, as you can see there. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a good little power supply. And I got a ton of NME cable, and I got a whole bunch of other stuff rolling around in there. So, I mean, it's definitely getting used. But trying to power those factories with it is just not happening. By the way, you'll see I just hung a couple of blaze spawners in the top there, and they don't generate a ton, but they generate enough, and that's really all I want. The pig spawns are there for a purpose. Oh, that reminds me, I'll show you something else too. The pig spawns are there. That's nice. They're getting me the essence. I was running low on blaze rods, which is why I dumped those guys up there. I figure they're going to spawn every once in a while, and that's exactly what they do. They spawn every once in a while, and that gives me just a little bit of bonus essence and some extra blaze rods. No, what I wanted to show you, I built a macerator here in the back, and it's got a precision export bus and a precision import bus, so I can dump stuff in and take stuff out. It's also got a dark cable here. I can flip it on and off. What do you think we're doing with this? My friends, the Baconator. The Baconator is maybe my favorite thing that I found so far, just because it's utterly ridiculous. The Baconator, seen here with Bacon 100, what this does is if it's sitting in your hotbar, you never have to eat. It eats for you. You load bacon into it, and it just slowly feeds you bacon over time. So what I've got set up here is it dumps pork chops in and it takes bacon out. That's what the macerator does. It's the only machine, other than I think a force grinder, that will do it in the Resonant Rise mod pack. So what I've done is I've set it up to where I've got a precision export bus and it dumps in pork chops and then it pulls out raw bacon. And that bacon has been I love that. I just eat bacon. That's all I do. I've also set it up to where that bacon can go into the smeltery so that it can get fired up. And then when we get in here, you have BACON, delicious, delicious bacon. Let's get a stack of it. All you have to do is right click. I just did that. And the bacon gets pulled into your inventory. Max 116, which is why it didn't take everything. So I've got my Baconator. It's chilling. I have more than enough pork chops. I've got 20,000 of the darn things. I can't eat enough bacon, but I've got it now. So now I don't have to worry about food anymore. I don't have to carry on pork chops. I don't have to do anything. I just got my Baconator, and he hangs out with me. Bacon. Bacon, bacon, bacon. Bacon, bacon, bacon. Anyway, what we're going to do for today's episode, there is a few things we want to handle. One real big one. First off, I'm still looking for a drink sponsor. It's been a while. Today's drink brought to you by the letter Delicious. So I went ahead and made us a new power room. This needed to be done because, well, frankly, we needed more power, didn't we? That's what we were just talking about. So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the power room. I like it. It's a nice antiseptic, clean sort of, yeah, this is a power room. It is using the Sky Stone from Biomes of Plenty. Somebody opened up a portal to the Promised Land. And so I grabbed a bunch of the Celestial Crystals and a bunch of the Sky Stones. I made up some bricks. I made up some stairs. We got our Carpenter blocks, which give a nice sort of angular look to it. All in all, and it's down here on level 9, so there's a little bit of void fog, which I really think adds to the look. I'm not going to lie. I think it's got a whole lot of, you know what, I'm turning off that promise. Boop, there we go. Now nothing's spoiling it. Look at that. And it's not even that dark. I've actually hidden a chandelier behind one of these walls to ensure that nothing spawns. But it's actually light enough to where I don't really think we have much to worry about. I know I'm wearing the night vision stuff, but hello, use your noodle. Even if you take it off, it's not that bad. Um, but I do kind of like it, and this is going to have enough room in it. I think. I think if I did my math right, this will be enough room. It's flashing at you. This will be enough room for us to put our power plant down. Ooh, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, this is no night vision, no nothing. This is how bright it is. It's actually, I mean, it's not super bright, but well, it is up there, but this is bright enough to where I'm not all that worried about it. And I do love the void fog look. Oh, it's so nice. All right. So, now you're asking yourself, what is the power source that we are going to fuel the rest of this crazy, crazy base with? I still love my plasma screen. well, well, sir, we are going to delve into the fun that is atomic science. Science. Oh, yeah, I don't echo real well. We're going to do atomic science. I'm going to build a giant nuclear fission reactor. I got permission from the OP for the server. My man Yoda said, yes, go for it. I buried it deep, deep, deep underneath so that we don't have to worry if it blows up, though I'm going to be taking every precaution. Hey, look at those blazes. Yeah, they're popping out. We'll have to check our blaze rods when we get back up there. Oh, and we set up another one of the berry farms, which actually corresponds to this guy, a blue, yellow, purple ender chest. Ooh, people have been taking them. Good. I set it up to where that there's a chest of those, a chest, an ender chest sitting at the Nexus portal. And it contains all of those berries that pop out of that farm. It just goes straight into that ender chest. People can take as they want. So we're sharing our berries, and of course we keep our berry chest here. So that's welcome for anybody who wants them. It's fun to share. Plus I have 13,000 berries. That's a lot of damp. Anywho, the point being, we're going to delve into atomic science. We're going to make ourselves some serious power. We're going to start with a fission reactor. We're going to upgrade it to a fusion reactor. We're going to dump some turbines onto it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pumped. This is probably going to be a two-part episode because I don't think there's any way that I can get all of the power stuff done in the time that we have allotted to us. And I'm not going to make this a 2-hour episode. We'll do it in 2 parts, but I promise you we're going to get it all done. First things first. We need to generate, just like the hydrogen generators need hydrogen to work. The atomic science stuff all starts with a chemical extractor. This is like the bread and butter. This is what generates the power you need in order to make the rest of the mod work. I believe the fuel is called deuterium, something along those lines. We will find out shortly, I can promise you that. It takes some weird stuff. It takes bronze ingots, which, if you guys remember correctly, is totally not that recipe. Come on. Hold on. You know what? I'm just going to tell you what it is because it's a pain in the keister to actually click on those stupid things. Basically, if you do 1 copper, 1 tin, you get 2 back. If you do 3 copper and 1 tin, dust, that is, dust, then you get 4 back. So, again, do I have any dust? Do I have any? Do I have any? Do I have any? You know what? I think no, I don't have any. Do I have any pulver? Okay, there we go. If you take, I'll just show you because it makes it easier this way. Where are you, 10? 10. Okay, do that. You get 4 bronze dust. Take that out. So if it's 1 to 1, now you get 2 bronze dust. But you've got the option. It's out there. You can pick it and choose it and however you want to do it. All of that, your call. I've made myself a bunch of bronze because we're going to need it for this mod. So I've already kind of I've done a little bit of the prep work. I'm not going to lie to you. So anyway, for these chemical extractors, we're going to need probably, I don't know, 6, 7 of them. Bunch of them. That's what I'm kind of planning on. They need the bronze, we've already covered. Steel plate, that's easy enough. In fact, I'm going to go ahead. NEI, why NEI? I've been making steel like crazy because I knew we'd need it. Just using the old standard iron and manganese in the smeltery, which works like a charm. So I'm going to crank out some steel plate there. We don't need any more than that. We'll leave it be for the moment. All right, so we got our steel plates. We need elite circuits, which are advanced circuits, which we don't have anyway, which are basic circuits. We don't have those anyway. Now this we can do. Let's make up 64 of these guys. I made a whole bunch of enriched alloy too. All right, so now we've got a bunch of the starter circuits. Oops, whoops. Getting ahead of ourselves. All right, we've already done that. So now we need to do this. We need to make a bunch of those. Let's make 64. Deal. Now we need to, I must have had some other ones made already. That's spooky scary. Let's make some of these guys. And make a handful. I bet I've got those lapis blocks made because of TIC. Thank you, Tinkers. Motors. Motors are redstone comparators, steel and iron. Redstone comparators, nether quartz, redstone, and stone. So it's not terribly... really, NEI? Why would you be this difficult? It's fine. That's fine. I could do it myself, man. I don't need you for nothing. I swear to you, it's against me. It's all against me. And then we'll go get us some stone. It's in here somewhere. There's our stone. We're going to make up a stack of these guys. Okay. Now, we got our redstone comparators. We're making progress here. Redstone comparators. And that's what's going to make these guys, the engines. Okay, or motors. We need at least 2 that I know of. Well, we need 2 for every one of these, don't we? We need 2 for every one of these. Tell you what, let's make up some more, because we've already made 2. We're going to make 6 total. How's that sound? So 9, 10. That ought to give us enough. Let's go to the chemical section. Let's do this. Let's make sure that we don't have any other goofy motors made or anything like that. We want to make sure we're... Okay, 10 total. Perfect. So now I got 6. Excellent. We have 6 chemical extractors. They are going to go get put down where we need them to be. All right, chemical extractors. How to do this? I actually think I might be better served burying these in the ground just a little bit. A section of 2x2s. This right here being the center of the room. Let's knock out a little brick, shall we? I do like the skystone for ease of breaking. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's kind of nice in that respect. Okay, so we're gonna put bloop and bloop and bloop. We're gonna need to knock out this, and apparently I'm gonna knock out extra because that's how I roll. And we're gonna clean this all up once we're done with it because we want it to look pretty. Hi there, Mr. Lava Man. Bye-bye. All right, we're gonna knock this out, and this out. All right, just like this. Okay, so we've made ourselves a little nook, so to speak. We're gonna put our whoops. Okay, so here's our GUI. GUI. The extractor can extract uranium and deuterium. Place them in the input slot. We've got deuterium in and out and all the rest of that jazz. We're going to need to power these guys. At least they'll need a jump start. You can fire them up using their own power, much like the hydrogen generators. The hydrogen generators always need a jump start. And I figure we'll just use an RF circuit for that. We'll just plug in a cell down below and fire them up that way. But these guys need water, and they'll create deuterium. So I need to get an aqueous accumulator together. Let's do that, shall we? Let's do that. Do I have any? I do! I love it! And I'm going to grab some of the skyblock so that we can build as we go. Just in case. Just in case. You never know, right? Ooh! Before we go too far, do I have any of the... Oh, I keep wanting to type liquid, but it's not. It's fluid. And I don't have them on there anyway. There's fluid ducts. That has been the single biggest thing for me to. You're gonna need water too, aren't you? Aren't you, superstar? You sure are. Go get you some. That's been the single toughest thing for me to remember as we have gone on Resonant Rise for months now. Weeks, months? Heck, I don't know how long we've been playing. I still want to call them liquiducts. They're not. They're fluiducts. But boy, I want to call them liquiducts so badly. I tell you, it's really difficult. Really difficult. All right, let's bury our... I know, I just put those down, didn't I? Swear to you. Oh, hey, how you doing there, lava man? There's more lava there. All right, well, we'll see if we can close it up with one more. Nope, sure can't. Ugh. Well, you know what? They make a cure for this kind of thing. There we go. Now we got ourselves a proper floor. Huh. We're on floor 6. That must have just gone straight down. Okay, anyway. Not a big deal. We're working with it. All right, so we're going to... You know what? I just realized we can't have it on that floor, can we? We got to knock this out. See? We're going to... Oh, hi there. Hey. How you doing? Stop flowing. Thanks. You people are adorable. Ugh, there's another one down there? Really? I tell you, you know, first world problems. First world problems. Just drop that down. Bloop. All right. Continuing on with the build. You know, lava. You're starting to get on my nerves because I don't need you here. I don't need you and your kind hanging around these here parts. We don't take kindly to lava around here. I don't think we need the hammer anymore either. We've done all our clearing. Okay, so we're gonna throw up our liquiducts here because we got to keep these guys fueled. We're gonna do it this way. I like this. See, it's gonna keep it fueled out of multiple sides. I hope. All right, so if we put that there, and we put this, yeah, it's pumping in pretty quick. Perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and fill up the corners because that's kind of what we do. Perfect. All right, great. It's loading in. We're loading up. We're filling all of our little fellas. It's going to take a second or 12 or 26 or 64 or something along those lines. I may go back in there and change out that area with sky blocks just because aesthetics are important. All right, so that's going to fill up. And I'm not going to make you sit here and watch that. I will go ahead and let these suckers fill up while I go ahead and get the rest of the conduits and everything else together. Don't worry, you're not going to miss anything. We're gonna meet right back here in just a moment, and we'll go through the rest of the stuff. Be right back. And welcome back, guys. I forgot I was going to do something a little differently, but that's okay. You notice I've dropped them all down a layer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use fluid conduit from Ender IO. I want to see if I can make this thing work because this would be the smart way to do it if I can get it all to kind of sync up. My Yeta wrench. Come on, get in there. I think I can make it work like this, right? Yeah, okay, it's filling. Great. Look at this. Okay, so Ender Fluid, the reason I wanted to do it this way is because now I can sink them down even further, and I can put power conduit in the same location. I love Ender conduits for this reason. Okay, so we put Ender conduit. Oops. No, come here, you. Come here. Okay, you see that? I'm putting power conduits on top of the fluid conduits. So it's a conduit bundle now. Oh, it's brilliant. Brilliant! I wonder why that one looks goofy. Great, it took the wrong one. All right, of course it did. Why wouldn't it? Hook up, conduit. Ah, the heck with it. If it's going to work, it's going to work, and I don't really care if it looks right or not. I do care. Who am I kidding? I care. I care too much. Bacon, 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 bacon. Anyway, you can see it's slowly filling up with water now. They were totally full until I moved them. That would be me being a goober. Wow. So those middle ones are pulling all of the water. The other ones are getting filled up. Yeah, they're probably going to get filled up now. Okay, so we've got power that can flow into these guys. I need a spot where the deuterium can come out, don't I? Those of you who are smart noticed that already. What side does deuterium come out of? I may have to dig up and around, and in which case that's totally fine. Tell you what, I want to go check that out real quick. I don't want to goof this build up. I'll be right back. Okay, we are back, and though we are starting to run a little short on time, we are going to go a little bit further. We're going a little bit longer than I normally do, but that's okay, because this is a fairly in-depth, fairly hammer-rific episode. There's lots going on here, so I don't want to cheat you guys. It is still going to be a two-parter. I can pretty much guarantee you that. I've gone ahead and changed up the design just a little bit after playing around with it in the single player, totally cheaty world, my test world. I've got it set up with the fluid conduits underneath. And what we're going to do is we're going to set up fluid conduits here as well. Okay, you see they're all joined together, and I'm not going to have them joined to the aqueous. That's why I turned off the, whatever it is, what's the word I'm looking for here? It doesn't output to that side. Okay, so this should eventually be generating deuterium, and it'll go into this center section. I need to power these guys, which is why there's that extra slot down here. Now, I think I'm going to, again, I'm not sure, because I think I can pretty much run power down, again, through these same conduits, which is a handy son of a gun. No doubt about it. So let's run some power, shall we? We're going to need, why would you do that? Why, I ask you? Jump in the air, power conduit, power conduit. It looks weird and humpy when I do it that way. It does not like that at all. It just doesn't. All right, our main power section is coming straight out of the center of this sucker. All right, and for the purposes of demonstration, I think this isn't obviously going to be how we do this thing for real, but I think just to see whether or not it's working, we're going to slap that sucker on. It's clearly eating power. Oh yeah, look at them. Look at them go. They're all spinning. Hot diggity. Okay. All right, all right, all right. Looks like we're in business. We are in business. It's going to be making deuterium. Fantastic. Now the question is, where's that deuterium going to go? We need to add in fuel, add in fuel. Okay, so we've got ourselves our fluid pipe, our enhanced energy conduit fluid pipe, everything, all our mismatch, paddywhack, what have you. All right, well, actually, I'd just like to pick you up now. You're going to be difficult, aren't you? All right, let me get the other wrench. I really wish I had one wrench that did everything, but I don't. Okay, so this shows we've got our fluid conduit, we've got our enhanced energy conduit. Now I know you need to get into these guys because it's got deuterium here. What we need to do is you got to get on the back side of these things. Come here, you. And you get on the conduit bundle and you hit it as extract without signal. You see, you see all that fluid? It just started pumping out there. Perfect. So I'm setting this to extract without signal because I want it to be pumping all the time. I want this thing to be running pretty much full bore. I can't imagine a whole lot of time where I'm not going to want this thing rocking and rolling. So I'm basically setting it to run full on go. Now we could run redstone down through this as well, in case, and I may end up doing that on the final build. This is just more for tests than anything else, because it's definitely rocking and rolling. No, that's not, but whoop, 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 whoop. I guess it's filling the pipes, and that's why there's nothing that's showing. Interesting. I wonder if we got a tank, what that would show. Anywho, I may end up running redstone conduit down through this as well, and running it up to a wire or something, a control panel, something along those lines, so that we could turn it off should we choose to. But for the purposes of getting this thing up and rolling, I might just skip that aspect of it. And again, I'm kind of a perfectionist, so I might not. It might just bother me to the point where I have to. Anyway, this is the basic setup. Now we are rocking and rolling. Chemical extractors, water, deuterium. It's all being piped. It's all fired up. We're obviously going to run out of power sooner rather than later. As you can see, this stuff isn't really humming along here. And I will have to get down. I wonder how long this will run. Like, does it just keep running? Because the arrows keep moving, but there's clearly no more power hooked up to it. Interesting. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys roll for now. I will catch back up soon. I promise you part 2 will be coming out shortly. I don't want to leave you guys hanging on this. We're going to finish up the rest of our big old fusion reactor. We're going to have that thing rocking and rolling and pumping power like nobody's business. So, I think, actually, yeah, that's a pretty good screenshot. I almost want to do it with the Baconator in there. Bacon, bacon, bacon. Thanks for hanging out, guys. See you for part 2 here shortly. Later.